Yo, 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 back again. Here is the third video in custom figures reviews. That's right, custom figures. You've seen a lot of these figures before. Now here go Superman. Now I know you guys remember him from the death metal. So what it is that this is a mod. It was a very common mod that people use. They use the head of Hawkeye, old man Hawkeye, and they repainted it just as I did. Okay. But what you didn't see a lot of people do is paint the boots. Okay. To give it some life. You know, I thought this is a awesome figure. I love the sculpt. I love the look. You know, this was a great figure. Still is a great figure. This is one of my favorite alternate dimension Superman figures out there. Now, I wish they would have made Godson. Godson, that suit is phenomenal. With the bike, oh man, if anyone who doesn't know about the Superman series, limited series Godson, check it out. Google it. Look at the front cover. I believe that was Michael Turner who drew it. It was a masterpiece. The artwork was spectacular. The bike in that, oh, and unfortunately, Todd McFarlane has lost the license. So we probably won't see that if Mattel does come out with a Godson, and if their articulation and their detail is just as good. Yeah, man, that is definitely a day one buy. I might even pay scalper price for a Godson Superman with a bike. But for any customizers out there that did I've seen a few people do Godson as a custom. And truth of the matter is, you know, if you go to figurerealm.com, if you're not really familiar with that, that's a website where you can showcase or see other people's custom work. They have dioramas on there for anyone who wants ideas. Also ideas and recipes, and they tell you what parts they use when they created their figures. But I have not seen a person who did a good Godson. There's a few people who tried, but nah. They might got the scope right, but they got the paint wrong, or they got the paint right, but they got the scope wrong, or they did everything but it looks off or disproportionate. Yeah, man, that's a great suit, great comic. But anyway, here you go, Death Metal Superman, custom painted boots, custom head. Again, this is the head from Hawkeye, old man Hawkeye. All right. So if you guys want to customize your own, you want to mod it, just get the head from old man Hawkeye. I ended up cutting a piece of the head under neck of an old DC Mcfarlane figure, stuffing it up into this cavity, because the cavity is going to be much bigger than what you will see on a Mcfarlane figure. Added the peg, glued that into place, and peg it in, and you still have full articulation. Of course, it can't go back because of the hair, and it can't go too far forward because of the chin. But, you know, and then there was a slight little paint work on the neck to match the face. Yeah, I use airbrush paints. There's a variety of different paints. I like the airbrush paints because they're very thin already. I don't have to thin them out. It does take a few coats sometimes, but it gives a better finished look. So if you're interested in doing this to your Superman, I guarantee you're gonna love it. Just paint the hair black. You can give it kind of a dry brush with a darker gray if you want to put highlights into it. And yeah, man, the boots, McFarlane, man, that's the only thing about McFarlane. He doesn't paint all this detail and doesn't paint. But yeah, here you go, a review of Superman from death metal.